Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, welcome back to my channel. And first, let me do and say the most important thing first, and that is thank you very much to all of my new subscribers and just generally to all of the subscribers to this community. Thank you for the likes, for the shares, for the comments. Karapasana, I really appreciate it, thank you. I hope you're enjoying the vlogs. I'm enjoying making vlogs, I really am. A couple of days ago, the plane, the truck, the noise, the monkeys, the plane, the truck, the motorbike, it's all going on here. So a couple of days ago, I realised that I've been here for 1 year. It's been 1 year. Didn't even enter my mind that I've been here for 1 year. And I've learned a lot of lessons living abroad. I've been living abroad for 6 years and I've learned so many lessons. I mean, there's been just one major encounter and that was a major life lesson. And I'm very, very self-reflective. So I use those lessons to improve my experience, to improve myself, my mindset, my behavior, to just have a good life, or the best life that I can have, and my top, and and share that with other people. So I wanted to share 6 of my lessons that I've learned since living abroad. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So lesson number 1. Lesson number 1, flexibility and resilience. Listen, if you haven't watched my I dislocated my shoulder in China vlog, I'm going to put a link, watch that vlog, because that was the most traumatic moment, one of the most traumatic moments physically in my life. And to be in China, where I don't speak Chinese or do not speak fluent Chinese, I know bits and words and things, and to be, in that environment where it's just me. I fell from the top of the stairs all the way down to the bottom. Thank God I'm here to tell the tale. But it was a really terrible experience for me. And, again, I'm having to tap into the culture. I'm having to be really flexible with how their healthcare service runs, their sense of urgency, what it means to them for their sense of urgency, and also just how things operate in their hospitals, everything, just everything. And then coming back that same day after having my shoulder put back in place, and having to just search for the best physiotherapist that I could find, traveling, which ended up with me traveling 2 hours once a week initially, to have physiotherapy. I'm looking at there's monkeys walking in this lounge. The joys of living in my drive. Anyway, so that was one of the most trying times for me, and I had to exercise like I do every day, like I do here. Flexibility, the culture is so different, the people are so different, everything is so different. So for me, learning to be flexible, learning to be resilient, throwing in a sprinkle of patience is what I have had to employ and practice. And it's challenging every single day. It's challenging. So yeah, that's my number 1 lesson that I have learned. My number 2 lesson. I can be vegan anywhere. Whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever it is, you can do it. It doesn't matter where you're traveling to, where you want to move to. So long as you're organized, do your research, you'll be fine. When I first moved to Shanghai, one of my new colleagues, she said to me, I'll never forget this, she said that, you can't be vegan here. She said that with certainty. She said, you cannot be vegan. I'm looking at this monkey. I don't know what this monkey's trying to do. You cannot be vegan here. And, you know, I let her just say what she needed to say because I'm living that lifestyle. And she clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. For me, I use Happy Cow. Been using them for years. There's also the app now, and I use that every time I'm traveling. So any country in the world that I go to, I can find out where there's vegan restaurants or even vegetarian restaurants. So it doesn't matter what your nutritional needs are, do your homework and still go, because you're going to be fine. And make sure you can cook, because that way you can buy foods and make your own food that you enjoy. And sometimes if you start traveling, you can buy certain like ingredients and things, put them in your suitcase and make some really cool food. So I've learned to just mind my own business and take care of my own nutrition and not have an opinion about other people's nutrition, and I know I'm going to be fine. So that was lesson number 2. So lesson number 3, I learned very early on, having traveled to so many places, that nowhere is perfect. Absolutely nowhere is perfect. And you create a great experience for yourself. You're going to visit places, or hopefully visit places, and possibly move to different places where the climate's great, the food is great, but you and the culture and the people don't quite mesh. That was very much like China, you know. They have really good weather, and if you go to places like Sanya, it's like being on a tropical island, but the food is not great. I can do lots of exercising there, I can cycle there, but the culture just doesn't work with me. It just doesn't work. So there's nowhere that's perfect, you know, like I love Singapore, but there's certain things that are just not completely perfect, you know. It ticks lots and lots and lots of boxes, but there's some things that are like, if only this was here. So again, it's also about being grateful and making the best of your experience. And if you're living and working in a particular country like I am, you know, it's also about having a very clear plan about why you're there, what you're going to do whilst you're there, and moving forward, what the future holds, and how you can use this time to benefit you in the future. That's what I'm doing at the moment. So nowhere is perfect, but certainly get the experience from wherever it is that you are. I learned this lesson. Number 4, being a solo traveler is completely okay. I know some people have an issue with traveling on their own, and there's lots and lots of vlogs and apps and meetup groups and this group and that group encouraging you to spend your money, spend your time connecting with them so they can tell you how to travel alone. Right, I don't quite get that. That's not my thing. I wouldn't do that. But that might work for some people. I'm not here to judge, totally not here to judge. But I just feel like if you are confident enough to get up and get on a plane by yourself, you're going to be fine once you get to your destination. I just feel that, you know, again, minding my own business, doing my own thing. I want to just live my life, and I realize that it's okay to go to another country by myself, whether it's traveling or living, to eat by myself, to go on different activities by myself. Lots of monkeys are coming in this direction. It's okay to do that. Oh my God, monkey, just, they're looking for food. It's okay to do that. So I absolutely embrace this whole entire experience. There's lots of monkeys. I embrace this whole entire experience, including the monkeys that are just running, and I embrace this whole entire experience and get the benefit from being here. So yeah, embrace the moment. My lesson number 5 is that it's never too late for me to do the things that I want to do. I have got a lot of plans and I want to execute those plans. I'm making every effort to do what I need to do the things that I really want to do and live the way I want to live. And it's never too late. It's never too late to travel. It's never too late to move abroad. It may be in some instances if you are a particular age and you want to live and work abroad and your particular career doesn't allow, if you're a particular age, it doesn't allow for you to do that in a certain country. But don't give up. There are lots of opportunities for people. And yeah, the theme is not to give up on the things that you want to do, and absolutely, create a list of the places that you want to visit or you'd like to live in, and do your research, because there are a lot of teachers here, there are a lot of people who work in banks, and when I say here I mean living overseas. There's a lot of people working in finance here, a lot of designers here. There's just a lot of foreigners doing a lot of things overseas. So lots of opportunity. Don't give up, and that's what I'm telling myself every single day. It's a lesson that I am learning every single day, to not give up on the things that I want to do, because there is really no deadline day until I just stop, and that's not an option. So lesson number 6, which is one of my biggest lessons that I have to practice and remind myself of every day, and that's to just travel with humility, travel humbly, travel with gratitude, travel with respect. I live in a third world country, and I heard from somewhere that Africa, or at least many parts of Africa, are at least 20 to 30 years behind the rest of the Western world. But when I see the local people, they wake up very early. They've got their own businesses, and even if their business isn't beautiful and elaborate, they're waking up every morning. They've got customers. They're creating a business. It's successful for them. And I go and eat at their local restaurants. It inspires me. It humbles me. I'm also very grateful for this experience and for the things that I have. So yes, travel with humility. It will really make your experience, now the sun has come out, it's a gratitude moment. It will really make your experience a lot more peaceful. It will make your experience a lot more respectful, a lot more understanding of other people. And I'm glad for that. I'm really, really grateful that I can witness the things that I witness, and be a part of it, living in the community, dealing with local people on a daily basis. As much as it presents many challenges, it does. I'm grateful. So those are just some of the lessons that I've learned. We suffer more in imagination than reality, which is a Stoic principle. And I am totally, hands up, guilty of that. Overthinking, creating a disaster in my mind, creating doubt in my mind. And actually, everything's going to be okay. Just exercise common sense, travel with humility, like I said, and just embrace every single moment. That's what I tell myself. That's what I want to impart with you guys. And I thank you. I've got so many places to take you. And I hope that you enjoy my experiences. I'm really chilled and a humbled person. You're not going to get anything kind of like chaotic from me, because it's not who I am. But I'm really excited about continuing to learn life lessons that improve my journey. So I hope you found this interesting. Please do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. What do you think? Do you have any life lessons that you want to share that other people, including myself, might find really interesting? Drop them down below. I love to read the comments. I love to reply to the comments. Like, share and subscribe. And I will see you soon. Asante sana. Bye-bye.